Today, we are bursting some of the biggest lies that are holding you back from building a profitable crochet business. So I bought into some of those lies myself, and we are going to chat about them and bust them today so that you can step into the fullness of abundance that is waiting for you in your crochet business. So happy to have you here this morning. My name is Pamela Grice, a Crochetpreneur, and I'm on a mission to help 100,000 makers build financial freedom through crochet. If that is you, I'm so happy that you're here. Be sure to subscribe for crochet business tips and fun things and resources and all of that stuff. And like this video so it's pushed out to more people. So, welcome to Crochet Business Chat. It's another episode of our podcast here helping you grow your crochet business. So, keep track of these 6 lies that I'm going to share with you and let me know in the chat which ones you have believed as you are building out your own crochet business. I'm going to pull them up on the screen and we're going to just chat about them a little bit. So, the first one is lie number 1 is it's easy. Open up an Etsy shop and people will buy. So I know that for myself, when I first started this business, I believed this about craft fairs. Just make some things, go to a craft fair, and you'll make some sales. And I quickly learned that's not the way it works. And I learned similarly the same thing with an Etsy shop. Putting things in an Etsy shop does not guarantee that those things are going to sell for you. So the truth is that success in a crochet business takes strategy, consistency, and understanding who your audience is. So all of those things work together to get you in front of the people who want to buy the things that you're making. It helps you develop a product line that those people want to buy. And it gets you out there and gets you making sales. So while Etsy is a great tool, and I believe in Etsy, yes, they charge fees just like any other business that is providing you a service. They do charge fees. Yes, they bring customers right to your proverbial doorstep to make sales and to bring attention to your business, but it's not magic. So just simply listing things on Etsy is not going to make you sales. You need to understand the SEO of Etsy. You need to understand your audience. You need to understand how to build a product line. So ultimately, the belief that it's easy and all I have to do is put things up there and they're going to sell, it sets people up for disappointment. I don't know if you're like me, but I have seen over and over again people post like, hey, I put 3 things on my Etsy shop. They've been there for a week and I haven't made any sales. What am I doing wrong? Well, what they're doing wrong is having wrong expectations. And typically, the shop isn't set up properly. They don't have any SEO. No one's even finding their things in order to buy. So the reality is that having a strategy for building a business, branding, SEO, and visibility all matter as you're building your crochet business. Ultimately, it's not easy. It's not rocket science, but it's not easy, but it is possible. And the work that you need to put into building your business is totally worth it. Once it starts paying off and once you understand how the strategy, the positioning, the building the product line, all of that works together, it does feel a little bit magic. But as with any magic, getting behind the scenes and understanding exactly what's going on takes some time and takes some practice. So give yourself the space to learn and to let that SEO and that strategy and the consistency of posting and sharing your things help to build you up to making the sales that you want in your shop. So that is lie number 1. Lie number 2 is crochet businesses can only sell physical products or patterns. This is so limiting. I have heard this myself when I tell people I have a crochet business and they say, what do you sell? And I say, oh, I don't actually sell products. I sell courses and I sell coaching and I sell mindset. And They don't like that answer. And honestly, there's a lot of different businesses you could have in the crochet world that don't encompass selling products that you crocheted or crochet patterns. You could add a bunch of different income streams to your, well, I'll get there. Hang on a second. The truth is that you can build out a full ecosystem. Yes, selling physical products that you made. Yes, selling crochet patterns, but also memberships, retreats, templates, coaching, tech editing, virtual assistants, supplies, and more. So you can add all of these revenue streams onto your crochet business, and you can even eliminate, I don't design anymore. I don't sell physical products anymore, but I do these other things, and I'm still a crochet business owner. And you don't need to listen to people who want to define you or make you live inside of a box as far as what your crochet business needs to look like. There are other income streams as well, like digital products. So selling coloring books, selling planners for crochet business owners, all of those things, affiliate marketing, ads, communities, all of those things are part of owning a crochet business, or they could be a standalone crochet business. You could have an affiliate marketing business. Say you want to be a TikTok influencer, and all you do is share affiliate marketing links to products that crocheters need, like hooks, project bags, yarn, other people's patterns, courses, other people's services, those kinds of things. And you can build an entire business around that. But your audience is crocheters. You have a crochet business. Ultimately, you're not just a maker, or you don't have to be only a maker. We don't have to use the word just. You don't have to be only a maker. You are a business owner, and that means you get to add whatever revenue streams you want to add. Having a business means having a profit, and you get to decide where that profit comes from. So that's really fun. All right. So you can make it fun, and you can make it fit your personality, your lifestyle, what your skills are, and all of that. So you don't have to live inside that box. All right. Lie number 3 is, if you follow a framework, you'll have a cookie cutter business. I hear this whispered in the corners of the internet when I share that in my programs, we follow a framework. And it's a 3-phase framework with 3, sort of milestones within each of those phases. And people say, well, your business is just going to look like everyone else's. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. So I don't want you to fall for this marketing ploy of frameworks keep you in a box, because actually they give you a solid foundation for your business. So the truth here is that frameworks give you a structure to innovate within. So your mission, your voice, and your brand still shine through. So a framework simply gives you a solid foundation for building your business. Just like when you're building a house, you need to have a solid foundation. Your house could look any way you want it to be. It could be a condominium, it could be a farmhouse, it could be a tiny home, it could be a mansion, it could be a yurt. All of those things need a foundation. And then what it looks like on top of that is 100% up to you. The materials, the bits and pieces, the amenities, all of that is totally up to you. And it's the same way when you use a framework to build your business. It gives you the foundation, proven strategies, proven steps to building a business, so that you don't get a year, 2, 3, 5, 10 years in and realize, wow, I missed some of the foundational pieces of building a business, and that's why I'm not making money. I need to go back to basics and rework all of that foundation. If you've ever watched a DIY show and you've seen people dig up the foundation of their home because they built it wrong, it's a pretty painful process. And I don't want you to have that same painful process for your business. So a misunderstanding of frameworks is limiting. And actually, if you picture it as building a house on sand, it's easily washed away when you build a business without a solid framework or solid foundation. Really, frameworks are launch pads for creativity. They give you that sort of footing so that you can be as creative as you want to be, knowing that the structure is in place to protect you and protect your business. Your business becomes more efficient and more unique when you have a strong foundation. So instead of creating a cookie cutter business, it creates a business that feels strong, but feels exactly the way that you want it to feel. Whether you're selling physical products, whether you're designing, whether you're blogging, YouTubing, podcasting, whatever it is, having that foundation of business strategy will help you build your business with security and that feeling of I got it covered. So it's a good feeling. All right, line number 4. You have to be on every social media platform to succeed. Now, if you're someone who spends a lot of time on various social media platforms, you're going to feel like I need to be in all of the places, right? So let's name some of those places. We have Facebook groups, Instagram, Threads, X, Blue Sky, Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok. That's a lot of places. YouTube Shorts, YouTube Communities, Pinterest. If you are starting your business and you see that wide list of platforms that you could be posting in, it's going to feel overwhelming, especially when you understand that different platforms have different audiences, different platforms have different requirements for your posts. So simply taking the same post and posting it over in all of those platforms is not the way. And so saying I need unique content for 9 different social media platforms every single day as I start my business without a team as a solopreneur, basically you're a social media manager for your business and you don't have time for anything else. I don't want you to get stuck in that loop because ultimately that will lead to burnout. So what do you need to do instead? So the truth is to be where your ideal customer is. Your ideal customer has a favorite platform. So it's typically going to depend on what they're looking for, their age range, and how much engagement they want. So are they looking for a group where they can talk to other people? Are they over the age of 45? They're typically going to be on Facebook. Are they younger than 35? They're probably going to be on TikTok and Snapchat. Ultimately, I want you to pick 1 or 2 platforms and do them well. So figuring out where is my audience. Typically, they're going to be, if your audience is sort of a younger version of yourself, they're going to be wherever you want to be. So wherever you spend your time, typically your audience will be there as well. If they're in a totally different demographic or psychographic than you are, then they might be in a different platform. I've had to hop over onto TikTok, and that has been a stretch for me, but it's also pretty fun. So recognizing where your audience is and then hopping where they are and getting really good at posting your content in that place. And then as you get better and better at it, or as you build out a team, you can add on different social media platforms. Ultimately, this is a hurtful myth about omnipresence. Oh, there's a hurtful myth out there about omnipresence that leads to burnout. And I don't want you to get burned out and overwhelmed as you're building your business. Simpler marketing equals a sustainable business. So look at where you want to really be good and where you want to really attract your audience and focus there, and then build out from that place. I hope that makes sense. All right. Line number 5 is you have to work 24/7 to make real income. You are going to see people working 24/7 or 16, whatever that math comes out to. 16.7. And those people typically burn bright and burn out eventually. So I want you to recognize that the truth is that aligned systems, boundaries, and smart offers allow you to grow without burning out. I don't know if any of you know who Caleb Hammer is. He's a financial auditor. He has a YouTube channel where he meets with individuals or couples and talks through their finances with them. Well, yesterday I was watching his most recent episode, and it has a crocheter on there. And I commented and said, "You're doing everything wrong." So she's spending all of her profits on yarn. She is wanting to go into debt to get a bigger vehicle so she can fit more stuff in her car to take to craft fairs, where she is only making enough money to then go buy yarn. So she's not making a profit. She's also having her mother look after her kids so that she can spend time crocheting. They're eating out or not eating at all so that she can spend time crocheting. She doesn't want to take care of the home. She doesn't want to get another job. And yet her crochet business is not providing any income. And she's working 24/7, neglecting her family, neglecting her responsibilities at home, wanting to go into debt when her business is not profitable. And that is what I really, really don't want for you. So I want you to figure out systems. I want you to set up boundaries, protect your relationships, protect your finances, be smart about how you build your business so that you don't have to work 24/7. You can work a normal work schedule with your crochet business and still make the money you need to make in order to make it not just pay for yarn, but to be profitable enough to pay for your bills or to pay for a vacation or to provide opportunities for your kids or to not go in debt to get a new car. So all of those things are possible when you get smart about how you run your business and you don't burn out. So remember that hustle culture is a trap. So I have fallen into this trap more than I would like to admit. Sometimes it's avoidance of hard things in life, and so focusing on business. Sometimes it's that I didn't set up strategies or systems in my business to take care of things. So I was constantly putting out fires. Sometimes it was that I was stuck being a solopreneur and a control freak rather than hiring a team to help me. There are a lot of pieces that play into this, and falling into this hustle culture will get you to a place of burnout where you hate your business and you just burn the whole thing down. Ultimately, systems, automation, and intentional rest is what will lead to the longevity and the sustainability of your business. So be wise about the boundaries you set around the time that you're working on your business. I have several of my top clients that are working less, really working less, less than 20 hours a week, and making more and more money every year as their business grows based on the systems and automations that they've set up and the solid foundations that they built for their businesses. So sometimes they take a year off to focus on family. Right now I have a client who has a sick family member. She keeps reporting back to me, my business is doing better than ever, even though I haven't worked on it in 2 months. I've had another client who took a year off to write a crochet pattern book and didn't do anything else in her business, and her business still made more money than in previous years while she was focused on doing something else. And that's the way I would like for you to set up your business, if at all possible. So I don't want you to fall into hustle culture. I want your business to be able to work for you so that you can live the kind of life you want to live and not live to work. I want you to work to support the lifestyle that you want to have for you and for the people that you love. If that sounds good to you, give me a little thumbs up over there in the comments. I want to know that you're here. So whether you're live or if you're watching on replay. All right, our final lie is, if it's not selling, it means I'm not good enough. So a lot of times we make up stories. So something happens in our business and we make up stories about what it says about us, right? So oftentimes, if no one purchases at your craft fair or you launch a pattern and you don't make any sales, it's because I'm not good enough. It's because people don't like me. It's because people think my designs are stupid, because people don't think I have the skills to be able to do this, all of those things. And the truth is that sales or the lack thereof reflect your messaging, your marketing, your positioning, your product line, your audience base, all of that, not your worth or your talent. And so I really don't want you to fall into the trap of making up things or making things mean something that they don't. Low sales often take an emotional toll. So when we make things up, that it means something that it doesn't, it can throw people into a deep depression. It can throw people into high anxiety situations, fear. What's the word I'm looking for? A lack mindset. So I want you to go back and recognize that smart business owners seek data, not drama. So if you feel yourself going to that place, oftentimes we find it's easier to beat up on ourselves than to actually look at what's broken. So I want you to shut down that drama, shut down that emotional response to things, and instead look at the data. Say, okay, if I go back to that framework of who's my audience, why are they buying, what pain points do my product solve, am I reaching my audience, have I set up a product line that they want to buy, what is my messaging, what is my marketing about, are people seeing my stuff, all of that data is going to help you make other decisions. Sometimes it's that no one even saw your post about the thing. So how do they even know that it exists, right? So maybe you need to put some advertising dollars behind things. Maybe you need some affiliate marketers or influencers to help get the word out about your products. Maybe you have no SEO on your posts. And so when they search for the thing that you made to fill the problem that they have, they're not finding it because your SEO is off on your shop or on your blog post. There's a lot of reasons why people may not be buying. And so looking at those specifics and figuring out where is the broken piece in the process and solving that actual problem rather than making it all about you not being enough is where the answer lies. So I want you to tweak the strategy, not your identity. Don't say, I need to be someone different in order for my business to work out, or, I need to be like X person. We all have those people that we enjoy and follow on social media. And a lot of people will make up, well, I need to act like her, or I want to be just like her, rather than I want to be the best version of myself. And I'll attract people who want what I have to offer. So don't fall into that trap of I'm not good enough and I need to be different. I need to be somebody different. I need to act different. I need to look different, whatever that is. Be yourself authentically, but look at the data and decide if you need to change up your marketing, your messaging, your product line, any of those things for your business. Ultimately, I want you to question the narratives that you're hearing out in the community if they don't line up with your lived experience, or if they don't line up with what you're seeing. When people say things like, nobody wants to buy handmade, and you're like, yeah, nobody wants to buy. That's why I'm not selling. And then someone else comes on and says, hey, I made $5,000 at my last craft fair. Which isn't right? Are people not buying? Or is it possible, but some people don't want you to believe it's possible? Oftentimes, the people who are failing are the loudest voices because they want other people to fail with them. So the people who say you shouldn't get on Etsy, there's too many people there, it's oversaturated. Those are the people who are not making money on Etsy. The people who are making money on there are going to tell you it's a great place to make money. People who say people don't value handmade are the people who haven't built their business on a solid foundation and are just throwing things out there saying, buy this. And people are like, no. Like, I don't think you're professional enough, or I don't understand your messaging. I don't know why I need this thing. Or maybe, yes, you don't have the skills to be a professional crocheter yet, and you need to work on those skills. There's any number of reasons why some people fail and some people thrive. And I want you to be in the thriving category. If you are a crochet business owner and you're interested in adding different revenue streams to your business, like different services like tech editing, proofreading, contract crocheting, virtual assistants, admin assistants, operations management, any of those things, if you're looking at adding on a service-based offer, I would love for you to join me this Wednesday for our Before the First Client, what every crochet service provider needs to succeed. And we're going to talk about one really important thing that you need in a service-based business in order for that business to thrive. And I would love for you to join me for this free workshop. It's this coming Wednesday. If you're watching this live, it's in 2 days. If you're watching on replay, I will put a replay link in the link after the whole class is done, and you can watch it afterwards if you're interested in that. So it's Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Oh, no, is that right? Yes, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The link is in the description for you to register for free, and I would love to see you there. If you are looking to be a virtual assistant in particular, the crochet industry needs more and more helpers as people start to realize that they're spending too much time doing things in their business that they don't enjoy, whether they're creatives and they're not administrative, geniuses, or they have executive function issues, or they simply don't enjoy the marketing side of things or the business side of things. They're looking for helpers. And if you excel in those areas and you want to be in the crochet world, but you don't necessarily want to sell physical products, or you've had an injury that you can't make physical products any longer, or you want to add an additional revenue stream onto your design business, any of those things, come and join us for the free workshop. And I would love to see you there. All right, I am done for today. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Crochet Business Chat. I almost forgot the name of the podcast. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for more crochet business tips. I'm back here every Monday with crochet business content. And be sure to like this video and share it with your friends. I would so appreciate it. Thanks for being here, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.